Today, power access to higher level financial education also takes us into the same subject, makes us to understand you cannot create wealth if your mind is wrong. So we're looking at financial education, financial literacy. How do you stay literate financially? So let's start. Financial literacy is defined as understanding how to manage money effectively. How to manage money effectively. Financial literacy is the knowledge and skill to make informed decisions regarding money matters. And we call it financial literacy because not every literate person is financially literate. Financial literacy helps an individual fulfill personal, family, social, and governmental responsibility. Today, 2023, the truth is this: a good number of young men and women, particularly here in the Western Hemisphere, Western Europe, the United States of America, have taken loans to study. Somehow, it looks good that you could access money with which to study by way of a student loan. The downside to it is threefold. Number one, it could trap such a young person in a place where he's paying student loan for the first 7 to 10 years of his working life. So you started your work life swimming in an ocean of red. That is what it means when you take a student loan. Maybe your question to me is, don't I support student loan? Maybe I'll support it if there is a way to quickly pay it off. Maybe I'll support it because it gives a person the chance to fulfill an ambition. Maybe I'll support it because it is better than having nothing at all and not being able to get that education. So, welcome to our study of financial literacy, financial education. You need to know how money works, how to be financially educated and not get yourself in a trap place. This subject today is so necessary because you have people who are professors of economics who cannot balance their account. Executive directors in banks who have no investment because you have an entanglement or a relationship with money because you work where money is counted, don't mean that you have an education on how to handle it and multiply it for yourself. That's why we say on the Wealth Masterclass, our vision is to teach you how to make money, manage money, and multiply money. So what does it mean to be financially literate? Number one, it means that you know basic money principles. You know basic money principles. And there are many people out there, again, like I said earlier, who have interactions with money daily, but they do not understand the principle of money. Number two, you understand financial principles such as rates, risk, returns, credit management, guarantee, banking, insurance, time value of money, and taxes. You have an understanding of this, and not purely from an academic point, or how rates work for you, what risks to take, what returns to expect, how to manage your credit, how to use credit to multiply money, guarantees, banking, how to know when the bank is working against you and how to manage your blessings, insurance, time value of money. For example, if you don't understand the time value of money, you could keep a large sum of money outside a circulation and it loses its value. If you have 10,000 pounds in your home safe and it is not part of the creation of value, At the end of the year, your 10,000 pounds is no longer 10,000 pounds. It is paper 10,000 pounds, but it does not buy the things of 10,000 pounds. It has lost its value. Everything else being equal, people who are financially literate are more likely to achieve their financial goals than people who are not financially literate. Number 3, those who are financially literate are more likely to achieve their goals than those who are not financially literate. Because if you are not financially literate, you just don't know it. Financial literacy, number 4, can help people buy a home because they know that in buying the house, I may be denying myself now, but I'm gaining equity. Financial literacy can help a person save money for emergencies, afford college tuition without having to take a student loan, start a business and live comfortably in retirement. And it could also be that they started with the same amount they and their friend started. One applied financial literacy, the other one did not. Number 5, on the other hand, when you lack financial literacy, it can be harmful for your own future. You'll find that by the time you are too old and too tired to be able to create any wealth, you have burnt the money you could have used as foundation for the future. Number 6, financial illiteracy can subject an uninformed person, even with a PhD, to take excessive debt, to get into predatory lending. What is predatory lending? Every day you have loan sharks who will say, borrow this money, £5, pay it back as £10 in 3 months' time. And those loan sharks, they are very dangerous. They ask for double of their money. They give you a time you must return it. They don't fall in the category of being regulated by any financial authority. If they are regulated at all, it is within a certain limit. The things they make you sign is such that you practically sign off everything you own. And they use blackmail. When you are financially illiterate, you got into misleading investments. Misleading investments. One of the biggest things happening in places like Africa is wonder banks. Somebody will come up in a nation that only guarantees you 4% on your savings account. They are even guaranteeing a large amount. Here in the UK, on your savings account, you get 1%. In some parts of the world, they'll tell you 4 or 5%. But in such a place, you'll find misleading investments, wonder banks. They are called the wonder bank because they wander away with your money. They are not wonder, but wander, W-A-N-D-E-R. They wander away with your money. They guarantee 20%, 25%. But it's a Ponzi scheme. I dealt with it a lot in my coming book, The Laws of Money. They have a way of causing people to salivate. You put £5, they truly give you £7 within a short time. And you're wondering, wow. You take another £5 there, they truly give you £7. Then you take £10, they truly give you £9. And you're thinking, man, where have I been all my life? Until when you now bring all your friends and put a large sum. And one day the wonder bank wandered away. How many people have lost so much because they made the mistake of their life? So many of them have risen. Because you have no financial, you are not financially literate, it makes you to get sucked into such a lie. Unreasonable interest rates are promised by them and deceptive practices. Number 7, but financial literacy is paramount, necessary, important in today's marketplace. You see, consumers are confronted with complicated financial choices today that may have huge implications for them and their families. Number 8. They have huge implications for them and their families. And people who will sell you insurance, they know you cannot cash for the next 60 years. But if you are not financially literate, you are not able to sit down and make the right decision. Number 9, for example, people must choose whether to rent or buy a home, whether to let or buy a car, whether to insure property, health and life, and how much, whether to save for education and retirement, how much. You see, it's amazing. People take the time to work 8 hours a day. In the words of Donna Summer, working 9 to 5, but they don't take the time to painstakingly make quality decisions on the money that was the sweat of their life. What puts your brain to work is when you ask, how can I make things happen? How can I make things happen? How can I afford it?